Hi everyone, Becky here, FiveTwoBaker. Welcome back. This week we'll be working on a poinsettia flower tutorial for Christmas. We'll be working with minimal tools, and the most important thing I have is a leaf veiner. This one is specifically for poinsettias, but you can use any veiner that you have, and I'm sure it'll look just beautiful because they do look like basic leaves. The most important part will be your center and the leaf sizes. But I'll go through all of that in the tutorial, so let's get right to it. For this tutorial, we're just going to focus on the red part of the poinsettia leaf, and for that I'm going to start off with some red flower paste on my veining board. Using some large scissors, I'm going to start off with a large petal, and I'm just going to cut a normal looking regular leaf and add a bit of a straight edge to it just to make it a little bit more poinsettia-like. I don't have cutters, so I'm just going to freehand it. Once I'm happy with this shape, I go ahead and using a 26 gauge wire, dip a bit of edible glue on one end and put that end into my leaf, pinch it to the wire, and now I'm going to vein this leaf. For the veiner, I did buy specifically a poinsettia veiner. This flat one is for the green leaves. They tend to be a little flatter, and then the poinsettia leaf is a bit more wrinkly. You can use a regular veiner for leaves if you'd like. If you want the specific one, I do have it linked down below. I think it's super pretty. And once I have it veined, I just pop it on the wavy foam board to let it set up a bit. I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch of different size leaves in red. And while all those leaves dry, I'm going to go ahead and make the center of the poinsettia, which is this strange little looking yellow bit. I grab a small amount of yellow flower paste, and then with a hooked wire that has some edible glue on it, I'll pinch it right in and then pinch the paste to the wire so it adheres well. Then using a thin Dresden tool, I'm going to sort of make a bit of a neck at the top of this yellow bit and then cut it right down the middle, sort of score it so it looks like it has a neck and a set of lips sitting on top. I'll make a few of these, anywhere from 3 to 5 for each flower, and I'll set them off to the side to dry with all the leaves. Now, once everything is set up, you'll see here I have a whole bunch of different sizes. They're not all the same, they're all freehand, but I like that because I think it looks more natural, it's funner, it doesn't look cookie cutter. Now that everything is set up and dry, I'm going to go ahead and use some dark green color dust to color the bottom part of these yellow bits. I don't want to color the top that looks like a set of lips. I just want to color everything below the neck a little bit green. For this, because I don't want it going everywhere, I do want to use a stiffer flat brush. The first flat brush I was using was a bit small, it was taking too long, so I switched to this larger stiff flat brush. I'll go ahead and color some of the wire as well, just so that it blends more seamlessly, since the wire that I am using is coated in white paper. Now for the red leafy petals, because mine are looking so shiny and a little brighter than I wanted, I'm going to go ahead and add some red color dust. Using a large fluffy brush, I go ahead and just, without any rhyme or reason, just dust the front and the back, trying to get the color to stay on and the veins to pop out a bit more. I'll go ahead and do this for all of my red leaves using this little combo of reds. Now here go all my leaves and all the center parts again. I'm going to get ready to start assembling, but I do have them on a paper towel because I went ahead and steamed everything so that the color dust could set. I used quite a bit of color dust, so I didn't want it sprinkling all over the place. Using little pliers if needed, I go ahead and bend my little center bits so that they're more close to each other and don't accidentally break off. And once I'm happy with the center, I'll go ahead and use some green floral tape to wrap them all snugly together. Now, starting with my smallest red leaf, I go ahead and add each leaf on here one by one, just sort of working in a circular motion, trying to keep it even, whatever looks good. I just make sure I go up by size so that all the smallest petals are front and center and the larger petals come later. As I add more of these petal leaves, I'm also going further down the shaft of the flower. So they're not all in one layer, they're going further and further down just by a little bit. Also, when I'm bending the wire, I don't bend it exactly at the base of the leaf. I leave a little bit of a gap so that the leaf has almost like a stem that it's attached to before it is on the shaft of what would be our carrier wire normally. Hopefully that makes sense. This does mean the leaf will stick out just a bit more, but that's just how I saw the poinsettia leaf works. So I'm trying to stick to what the real flower looks like. For these, you can go as large or as small as you like. And again, you can add the green leaves. I think adding the greenery looks so beautiful. And I didn't share it here because it's just a plain flat green leaf, but it's basically the same process. They're just going to be a bit larger. And instead of using the poinsettia veiner, I'm just going to use a regular flat leaf veiner so that I don't get all of the wave. Now, once this flower is all together, if the white stems are showing, then you can go ahead and use some diluted food gel color and just paint them red to go with the rest of the leaf color, or you can just leave them as is if no one's going to see them. That's totally up to you. But once all the petals are on here, I just drag my floral tape all the way down to cover all of the loose wires and adjust the petals however I like. And here goes the beautiful completed poinsettia flower. Now you can leave them all red, but I wanted to show you guys how they look with the green on it as well. I made a few of them and I think they're so pretty with or without the green. I can't decide which I like more, but I love them all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already. I would super appreciate it. And as always, if you have any comments or questions, please do leave them down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. If not, I will see you guys for the next tutorial. Bye.